Okay, what the hell were we doing? Ah, yes. Ragna has started her invasion of our territory here. We've moved our primary attack force here. So don't need to see if there's any movement in this area or this area. Rune Master. So okay, defense now. What we need is more buffs. Oh, look at that. Grogmer made a level. It's not much to take. I'm not getting a ton. Bard skill is just fine, but I'm not taking that, so we're forced to just keep on taking health. Yeah, this bastard is insanely tough to kill. I wonder what the maximum level in this game is. If I can't get a chance to take defense, I'm taking it. We are getting significant boost to it. I mean 4 points I think from our items. No, 6. So it is actually just 12. The thing is, I'd rather those 2 points can make a noticeable difference. How much damage you take from spells, how often they hit, and so forth. So, ooh, he's a mole man action here. Independent City. Huh. What? What? Ooh, that's a very good city. I can talk to them. Danger, do not enter the swamp. No, it was just a magic relay. Ooh, there's a ruin of some kind there. This way to the watchtower leads to a surprise attack against Arachna. But we need great forces. Yeah, I guess it is if you come through the other way. That's it. Huh. I guess we should be at least a little bit careful here. Ah, yeah, that's probably what they were referring to. Okay, this is a very good city. What the hell is here then? Arachna is not here. Arachna seems to be somewhere down here. You need great forces, so probably are not. Well, that's where we need to go. That's why we're here in the first place. So I would say there's a very short period of time where we can do that. Once she starts to move her stacks in our direction, we need to be already there, striking at her. Yeah, I'm immune. I don't even bother to take action against me. I have physical weakness, but I'm at the same time immune to damage, physical damage. It's a very rare ability in this game though. I would have wished that the Wraiths would have retained the ability. I understand why it's being removed from this game. I think I understand the reason. It's the same reason many role-playing game designers sort of chicken out on immunities like that. I mean, you have vampires that can only be harmed for silver weapons or a werewolf or something like that. Or a troll that will keep regenerating until it's killed by fire. The problem, I feel, is not the units themselves or the immunities, at least as far as certain creatures are concerned. It's the problem that they're used like trash and cannon fodder enemies that so instead of killing a werewolf or something like that from in a role-playing game, usually it's nothing. It's just an enemy you encounter somewhere. There might be a little story to it, but it's just one enemy among others. It's not treated as the serious threat it is, that you'd have to make preparations before you can encounter it or face it and all that. They don't really give proper consideration to the seriousness and power of those abilities, and I feel it's basically the designers building the game in a bad way, or the encounter in a bad way, that's causing the problems. And then as a lazy ass solution, they'll remove the abilities because they deem it causes too much problems. The problem basically being that they would have to actually put some thought and effort into their game design or the building of an encounter. I totally get that. Perfect immunities in general, I would say, is a bad thing, but in certain cases, when the obstacle is fairly easily overcome, you can overcome weapons immunity fairly easily. I mean, that's one of the first spells you research in the entire game. It's unless you immediately face something like that, an opponent that is immune to all your damage for some reason, you are going to have the ability. You usually start with a particular attack spell, so you can harm them. Most of the units you can do have some kind of a special attack ability. Depends. It's a good helm, but we have better. I guess the sort of immunity problem is a problem with the flyers too, in a sense. I mean, what are you gonna do if you have a flying unit that have breath attacks? I think I said that they have infinite breaths here, but in Shadow Magic, the expansion, they've reduced it to something like 3. So I understand. But on the other hand, it doesn't really make much sense either. I mean, it's dragon. It can breathe breaths. The most obvious way a dragon would fight a group of warriors, just melee warriors standing on the ground, would just fly over them and breath weapon them to death. That's the sensible thing to do. I don't think you. There's nothing wrong with that, having the ability there. The problem is I guess the problem is more in here. We have the crossbowman. That is it. It is one of the shittiest units you have, and if you exclude war machines, that's the only thing that would be capable of actually initiating combat with a flying unit or something like a dragon. So I can see why you would want to get rid of that. So everyone has a fair chance of fighting everyone so you don't have to consider it too badly. But I don't see it's too much of a problem because of this. If that's your worry, just build war machines, a few of them. Ballistas are poisoned any strong unit. The armor they have a significant over 50% chance to hit pretty much any, and they can do easily 10 points of damage. A dragon has 30 points, and it's very expensive to get, very hard to usually get, and expensive to build. So is it unreasonable that you have to have maybe 3 to 4 ballistas to get rid of our dragon? I don't think so, but at the same time I wish such creatures couldn't be built from the assembly line at all. Because that's, I feel, the bigger problem. A single dragon is not a problem. That's something you can deal with. What about 2? You need those 3 to 4 ballistas to kill one, so now you need an entire stack of ballistas to kill both of them. What about 3 or 4 dragons? There's not enough unit stacks room in a army stack to be able to handle that anymore. So I don't think the problem really is, again, the abilities themselves. Is that you made the unit sort of a generic combat unit. You can just create them as many as you want after a certain period of time. But the game doesn't really scale the counters to those in a similar manner. So once you reach that point, you're pretty much guaranteed to end up winning. I don't recall any game where I had the unit production to such a level that I could build something like dragons and still lose. You just can't do that anymore. Ooh, cave entrance. Yes, the entrance should be here. This way we will avoid any traps laid for us by Arachna. I guess they overpowered or immune to certain things. Problem wouldn't be so bad if you had a realistic counter to them, some kind. But the dragon problem is a pretty. It is. I certainly wish there weren't units that you confuse. You can sort of counter, as I said, in small numbers, but I think the bigger problem is not just that they have some of the flying ability that makes them sort of immune to quite a lot of units, but it's the fact that that's not the only thing they have. They combine so many good qualities, so even though you have counters to them, how are you gonna attack a dragon with your cannons? You're never gonna catch the bastard, so... and it can fly in the mountains for a while, and what are you gonna do? You can't do shit. So... it's not good enough. Same with physical immunity, I guess it was sort of the same. You have counters, but looking at it, you need to be... yeah, even the mole doesn't have any kind of magical strike. You need to get to champion level units or priest to be even able to harm one. Probably cannons won't work either. So with an army like this, we'll maybe have 2 units that could naturally harm something like that. But again, I don't think that's too big of a problem. At least, well, no. You have this. You have the unit enchantment spells. And there would be other options for you to take. Health or defense? Take health for now. I mean, if the problem is that you find that the game doesn't give you enough options to handle that, create more options. Why can't a priest, for example, temporarily for duration of the combat enchant one other unit's weapon so they can harm, or bless? Priest can bless a weapon, so you'd have a weapon capable of harming, something like that. Oh, do we want to stay here? We probably want to attack as fast as possible. There's definitely an enemy city here. Really? I need to fight the spider battles manually. I just don't trust the computer at all in these. The spiders, it's more important to get kills. Their only strength is the webbing thing. If their numbers get reduced to below yours, they can't maintain the webbing on everything. no matter how lucky they get. Oh, look, yeah, more spiders. Well, I was certainly right about not coming here alone. Ah, more spiders. Sure. It's gonna be fight against two groups. Who is it? Apparently neutral groups don't always fight with other neutral groups. I'm guessing it's because, yeah, there's a totally different type of a group. Ooh, what is this? What is this? Which one I should go into? Now we should have enough magic to cast something new. Every floor. I see what type of an army they have. Very low level units. Very low level units. So spiders. That's what they have. Might have to take a guess. She's basically constantly just summoning more and more spiders and losing as much units as she can. It's kind of trash, it's not a problem for us, but the spiders certainly are a threat. There's so many of them simply. So if you have to waste all your attacks on normal units, the spiders are gonna be able to weigh you down. Once you lose a couple of units, it can snowball pretty quickly. So we have a no, we don't. Yeah, there's no point attacking down here unless you have quite a significant number of troops. Not exactly surprising though, we knew that already. This sort of emphasizes the point though. We could use another shield. That's about it. We're probably going to support this army with our new Rift Lord. We're gonna lose the Bow Rider. Yeah, we're gonna need more heavy hitting units here. Let's go! Holy shit, that's useful. Oh, that's Arachna. Flame Tongue, attack, damage, fire strike, cold breath, shield of act. Yeah, we'll aim for her immediately. We definitely need to just push through here. It's the best option we have. Earth node captured. Yep. That's where all your troops are, isn't it? Again, casualties, casualties, casualties. We need to kill this group or any of the rest arrive. Grogmir is befouled. How much of a difference does it make? Yeah, barely noticeable difference. You kill the spider quick. Thank you very much. Okay, one group already done. Little boulder. I'm going to try to save my magic points until we really need it. We have summons coming our way. We have extra buffs we might be forced to do. We might have to do multiple battles in a row where we spend all our power points. So, and we only have 300 mana crystals, so those can run out real quick. Come on. Death Ray. And we're webbed. And we're webbed. Oh, crap. And you missed. Shit. things are looking more or less okay. Holy crap. I don't want to lose the druid. Catapult rock to the face. I haven't had the chance to see. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Barely see the health bar. Yep. Heal. Ah, you suck. I doubt we'll take much damage after this. Catapult is the only real worry because the Bow Rider simply refuses to deal damage to it. And level up for Grogmir, oh yeah. "17 units lost. It's gonna hurt. Not too bad of a fight. Getting a bit worn out with the Rift Lord stuff. Ooh, someone wants to join. Germ! Okay, Germ. Have us go. What's the morale? Neutral. Ooh, we can break through here. I'm more worried about losing this. How are we doing anyway? Yeah, research is totally in the middle of things. Don't care too badly about that. If we can take care of the opponent, I'm just gonna take care of her. I am somewhat interested in the summoning features we could possibly get. Sure, that's a good reason to keep things going forcibly. I doubt Arachna is going to be defeated by me destroying one of her cities either though, so it's probably going to continue after that. the bastard. Perfect. A little bit more power to us. We do need to worry about this city though. It'll take some time before the defenses there are ready. So, want to save here now. I'm not. Is she out of the fight? I don't think so. I hope not. But we'll see. The defenses certainly are weak here. Nice units and all, but just doesn't have the numbers here. I'm more worried about the webbing units here than I'm about the ballistas. She's a death magic user, I guess. Ten points of damage with ballista. Excellent. Spider Queens should be dead now. And there's Wizard and Ballista. Well, I'm gonna get rid of Ballista. Grogmir. Yeah, kill for Grogmir or kill for Sandra. Sandra would benefit much more from it. Sure, he can take her down though. Yeah. We do have the entangle, so. We should be getting another decent hero out of this. But yeah, on day 33, Arachna the Unpopular was defeated. So, fairly easy map overall, I guess. Still, we got good amount of equipment out of this, and probably nice level ups for our secondary hero too, thanks to that last kill. So, I don't think we're in too terrible of a position to move on to the last stage. But yeah, certainly huge areas were left undiscovered here.
Arachna has surrendered, but she refuses to support my cause. She thinks she can hide from the new wizard's throne. Her followers hate Evermore and will not go there. I suspect she is afraid. Still, she has given me access to the hallowed halls, the burial ground for elves. It is a sacred place for the Dark Elves. All elves are immortal and should never die, but many died in this world, and thus Dark Elves exist. If I am to learn anything about death, it will be in the monument forged by human violence.
Yeah, we sort of cheated our way to victory here. Doesn't show an army strength though. I suspect a lot of those caverns are basically just filled with monsters and dead ends, and it's more like a maze-like structure. So the bigger obstacle is not defeating the enemy; it's just locating her. And thank God for visibility 3. Oh yeah, it's so good, so good. Without that, we could have just taken any random direction and went there, and probably wouldn't have seen Arachna for weeks to come. But yeah, thanks to that one item, we ended things quickly. Yeah, Arachna leads money, mana. Oh, didn't see her heroes. Apparently, we had one and it died, and she got another one, and we didn't see her that one. I'm surprised we controlled the population. I suspect that the number of cities are more or less equal. If she had more cities, probably, but they were population in them just wasn't all that great. She certainly had map control. We had few corners of the overland map, but everything else in the underground hers. Well, this could have gone wrong if did need the strong attack block to push through her defenses, and you needed some numbers. Those spider queens and spiders, there's a lot of webbing you have to deal with. So there's two ways: either have a lot of units of your own, so you can afford to be webbed, or like we did, we had good units, so we could kill the enemies so quickly they could never start to sort of pile up on us and become a huge problem. Naturally, her forces were probably attacking my side, so all the main attack armies were away. So that's about as lucky as you can get. I'm still surprised she just didn't build another Wizard's Tower. Secondary Wizard's Tower is probably a pretty high priority when you have a genuine concern that you might be defeated in your own city. Yeah. Earth Special Phase.